The next thing I'm gonna do to my project is add captions, and I can do that by coming to text in the top left here, and I'll say auto captions on the left side. Choose the language that the subject of your video is in. In this case, it's in English, so I'm gonna stick with that, and I'll hit generate. And now my captions are added. And you can see there's a new layer above the captions. So each of these is what's displayed on the screen. If I click on one, this is right here where I have it selected. This is what it looks like on the screen. This is what it looks like on the editing view. So I could come into here and I could change the word gonna, for example. I could delete that and say going to just correct that. And it fixes it here on the display as well as in here. And then below that, you can change the fonts. So I could scroll through this list and pick from any of their hundreds of fonts. I don't know how many they have, but it's a lot. Bold font is a very popular one. And if you have this selected, which it is by default, where it says apply to all, then it's going to automatically change the font and style of all the captions in the entire video. If you wanted to change just this one view, this one sentence, then you could unselect apply to all, and it's only going to affect this one. Okay, I'm going to leave that on. And then you can change the font size. So you could click here, scroll through to make those words bigger. It's already at the smallest size, and that's about what I want it to be right there. You can make it, you can do bold, underline, italics, etc. right here with the pattern. And case, you can make this camel case. Bold font is always all caps, so this isn't really a good one to demo on. Let me change this. Do Thornbury and make it bold so it's a little easier to see. And then, so now it's all caps. If I click on that next one, it's all lowercase. And if I do this one, it's camel case or title case, where it's going to be capitalized the start of every single word. You can change the color, so I can make this black, red, anywhere, anything on this color wheel, including all of these different presets here. You can change the alignment, left, right, and center. You can change the spacing. So this is the character spacing here. It's adding gaps between each letter like that. The line spacing is going to be gaps between the lines themselves like that. And you can click in any of these, type in a number, or scroll through like I'm doing with my mouse. You can even go negative, where these are going to get compacted like that. But go back to 0. And then there's these different, and the scrolling is very sensitive, so be careful. There's different presets here, so you can use one of these like sort of templates where it'll add a border or to change it to a certain color, just like this, including adding backgrounds. So you can have like a purple background, things like that. Transform, you can change, you could add some like zoom to it, make it bigger. So you could change the X and Y positioning of this layer. And I'm going to scroll through the rest of these because these aren't as important. They're a little bit more advanced. You could add a shadow. This last one's to add a shadow. And this just adds a little bit of texture. So it adds a little dark shadow behind your words that make it pop just a little bit more. There's without it, there's with it. Beyond that, this was all in the basic tab. If you go to templates, you have more templates for captions that you can apply here. So if I click on this one, for example, this is what it looks like. So it just plays 1 or 2 words at a time, and it's much bigger. And so yeah, so that's a really easy way to do it, is to just grab one of these templates, apply those. Bubble is going to put your text into one of these text boxes, text bubbles, so it looks kind of like a cartoon. And effects is the last one, and these are more essentially templates that you can apply to have preset colors and styles for your caption. Click on this video next to watch lesson 7 in the Getting Started with CapCut series.